What's up, YouTubers? This is Trainman701 here. So far, I'm up 75 subscribers. Hopefully, I'll get 75 more, God willing. Hope you guys have been enjoying my material. I know it's not really much, but at least it's something. So normally, I would just post videos about like trains and stuff, and trains going back and forth, and including Strasbourg 475. It's one of my favorites. But I wanted to reflect some of my friends here on YouTube and Facebook, pretty much that know me. Being when I was young, I was diagnosed with high functioning autism, and it changed my life when I was a kid. So going back, when I was young, my parents didn't really know what was wrong with me. And so they put me through early intervention. Well, actually, they sent me to an early intervention school for a few years, which I did fairly well. I didn't really talk much, and this one teacher helped me to speak, and it was about the age of 4 I started speaking. And at the same time, my doctors told my parents that I was diagnosed with either high-functioning autism or Asperger's syndrome. It doesn't really matter. I'm just high-functioning. So a lot of times when people go around and talk to me and stuff, it's like, I just look them in the eye and just talk and whatever. And it's like they don't really see any difference, but I mean, sometimes I just have my moments where I'm like nervous or something or other like pops out of nowhere. It's like I'm trying to find the right things to say and whatever, and not like stutter as much. So so going on to the age of 6, when they decided to have me go to public school, and so I went, and it was about 10 years. I went through kindergarten and 8th grade. It was just a never-ending nightmare. Never-ending tantrums, taking medication for my anger issues. And, I mean, I've had a lot of bad times, and I had some good times. I had my pair of one-to-ones I've had for 10 years, since my duration through school, and my anger and everything mixed with my autism, just like, I got out of control so bad. One year I ended up going to South Oaks for about a week and a half for observation. And with all this, my doctors told my parents that with the state that I was in, there was no really any possible way that I could ever progress forward. So, with that being said, my mom has been doing a lot of digging, and she founded James E. Allen. And for those of you who don't know what James E. Allen is, it's basically part of Western Suffolk BOCES. It's geared towards low-functioning and high-functioning kids with special needs and young adults. So, what they do is, they specialize in, showing the students how to take the bus or train or work outside, voluntary stuff, and getting paid for it, which I thought was pretty cool. So I graduated 8th grade, and during my duration with James E. Allen, I've began to mature. It really changed my perspective on things, like how to work and do all this stuff, and just being comfortable and just taking a step back. I met a lot of great teachers, and one being Miss, her maiden name was DeMeglio, but now it's Miss LaBelle. She helped me to change my aspect in life, and in times where I have my moments, I was afraid of change and I hated it, but sometimes I needed to accept it for what it is. And but through that maturity, it helped me to gain a little bit more independence in myself and give me some self-confidence. And during that time, I also joined up with a youth group at my local church where I used to go to religion classes, and I got confirmed in Our Lady of Perpetual Help. And then I joined up with this group called Life Teen, and we gather together each Sunday after Mass, and we always talk about like different stuff in the Bible. And I wanted to try and focus my faith towards God and stuff, and he really helped me. Like one time I went to a retreat out in Camp Alvernia, and just being out there, it just really made me feel calm that I was around friends, and just feeling that touch, from the blessing. It just really helped me to be more faithful. And like in any relationship with God and stuff or anything else, like every rose has its thorns. And a couple of years went on, and things didn't really go well at home. Like, everyone's not perfect. And, my brother was going through a hard time and stuff, and it really got me rattled. And it's like I was like not in my element like the way I used to, like being happy and stuff, and everything was just a nightmare. And there was just times where I just wanted to drop everything and just leave and not come back, but I stuck through because I felt like there was like something that I could have, I felt like there was just something I just wish I could help with. And I think it was during that time when I was praying that John, that my brother would get through this situation. And I think he had to endure a lot of hardships just to get to where he is now. I mean, he's doing well, but anyway, not getting back off track. So how, James Allen helped me with my overcome my disability and stuff. So I just went out to work, and the Hilton and a few other places. They really gained more and more of my more independence in myself and more confidence. And unfortunately, when I graduated with a special ed diploma, because the reason being, because it was a special ed school. Well, they used to give out high school diplomas, but since the system changed, I ended up repeating ninth grade over and over again. And so ultimately I ended up having to spend a lot of years just to get past the 12th grade level, because where my math skills were like around 5th grade, and then I just I had this teacher that helped me to get past it. Like I do the tests they give out like at West Wilson Tech. They have a special diploma program there. So I took one test, and we were going over the answers and what I got wrong. And he was nice enough to have me take it again and just review my wrong answers and just have him to answer them. So I got through that, and I spent 5 months going through 8 different modules on the computer. And it wasn't until late August I graduated with a high school diploma, an equivalency diploma. So that was just one of my success stories. The other one was getting my license. And it took pretty much most of the school year to get. One school year I was practicing for my permit, and I passed that. And I had this really nice driving ed teacher. She was very understanding, and I've learned a few things from her and stuff. And so May of 2012, I got my license, and only so far I had a couple of tickets. It wasn't that bad, and one accident, and that was the last. Um, but yeah, I mean, it's like I've traveled a lot and stuff, and here it's like thinking back, it's like um, when the doctors told my parents that there was really no chance of me you know, getting anywhere, whether it's that like taking driver's ed or like passing a 12th grade level or anything. Um, if you put your heart and mind into it and being prayerful and rejoicing always, um, just giving thanks, just for the opportunities, um, you can accomplish anything. And so for right now, I have couple jobs, and my goal is to get something with the railroad because trains is my passion, and um, it's one of the things that helped me to be more mature. Um, when I was 15, I joined up with the Railroad Museum of Long Island in Riverhead, and I've been going there since I was like a kid. I was like a regular, me and my dad. He was my transportation at the time, and we didn't put the peanut butter with the chocolate until around summertime of 2007. And so this year, 2020, it's going to be my, let's say, so it's 10 years, 2017. So it's going to be my 13th year going there. So, either it's a good or bad number, lucky number, it doesn't really matter. It's, I'm there for a purpose and just to show my love and passion to trains and show others, that the stuff and operating a lot of equipment out there, like such as the World's Fair train and the steam locomotive we just got back from Strasbourg last year. And I was privileged to having to fire and operate it twice, and she's a nice locomotive to run. Unfortunately, we had some technical issues this past year, so hopefully we'll have her back up and running this year. And it just really enlightened me, that like I've grew up with this stuff and being able to do it, without any any fear. It's like sometimes with autism, it's just something that you're born with. It doesn't mean that you can't let this set you back. You have to move forward. Even when times are tough, you just gotta keep your head straight and move forward in life. And that's pretty much what I did, and I still go to church and pray. And I've had a couple of girls in my life, and so then I got one right now, and she's like the one for me. And so far we've been doing pretty good, and I'm really happy. I finally found someone that actually likes the same things I like and stuff. Like, man, she loves me for my trains, and we both love Jesus, and it's just super awesome that God has blessed me with the right one. And a lot of the people that I've gotten to know and had the privilege of meeting and becoming friends with, and just making some more along the way. I just really truly feel blessed. That what was thought to be like a major setback turned into a positive outcome. And my family has supported me and over the years, and in the schools and the Railroad Museum and everybody. And and it's just a really I really feel honored that I'm serving as a walking miracle and an ambassador for Jesus. That even through my brokenness and transgressions and my autism, that I still have to remain strong and faithful to get through any obstacle. Um, but that's pretty much my story. So I want to thank my parents and my friends and family, if you know who you are, and the Western Suffolk BOCES. Without those guys, I probably be elsewhere and not being able to talk to you guys about my story. And so and that's pretty much it from here. So if you like this story, just give it a thumbs up, a little comment in the below, and I just hope things pan out well for the future. So and you'll be seeing some more train videos hopefully during the year ahead. So have a good one, guys, and always stay positive in every situation.